Hello everyone. In this session, we will learn about loosely coupled and tightly coupled architecture of computer algorithm. So here, before starting with this concept, let us first see what is multiprocessor and what is multi-computer systems. So in multiprocessor system interconnects, parallel processing needs the use of efficient system interconnects for fast communication among the input output and peripheral devices, multiprocessors and shared memory. So there are multiple memories like hierarchical bus system, crossbar switch and multiport memory, multistage and combining network and multi-computers. So now first let us see what are these types and how multiprocessors is categorized. So multiprocessor can be categorized by two attributes, that is a single computer that include multiple processors, and processors may communicate and cooperate at different levels in solving a problem. Communication may occur by sending message from one processor to other by sharing a common memory, but both motivated by same goal that they support the concurrent operations in the system. So a multiple computer system consists of several autonomous computers which may or may not communicate with each other. So if we may think that there are multiple set of computers and they are communicating with each other, but also they are interconnected to each other, though so may they may not communicate, but they are interconnected. We call that system as an multiple computer system. For example, IBM attached support processor system. This is an example of multiprocessor system. Another is a multiprocessor system is controlled by one OS which provides interaction between the processors and their program at the process, data set and data element levels. So yes, this is the major advantage of an multiprocessor system, like it is only connected to a single OS which provides interaction between the processes. Now multi computers are distributed memory, like distributed memory architecture, we called it as an MIMD architecture. And multi-computers are message passing machines which apply packet switching method to exchange data. Here each processors can be like multiple systems, and each processor has a private memory but no global address space, as a processor can access only its own local memory. So communication is not transparent. Here programmers have to explicitly put the communication primitive in their code, and having no global accessible memory is a drawback of multi-computers. Remember, because it does not have any accessible memory, and so it is considered as a drawback of multi-computers. So this can be solved by using two schemes like virtual shared memory and shared virtual memory. We will be seeing what exactly a virtual shared memory is and what is shared virtual memory. So let us see, there are two different sets of architectural models for multiprocessors. First is loosely coupled multiprocessor and second is tightly coupled multiprocessor. So let us see what is loosely coupled and what is tightly coupled multiprocessor. The loosely coupled multiprocessor system, where in this system data rate is low rather than the tightly coupled multiprocessor system. In the loosely coupled system, modules are connected through MTS network. MTS stands for Message Transfer System, and all the modules are connected through Message Transfer System network. And loosely coupled systems do not encounter the degree of memory conflict experienced by TCS. And also each processor has a set of input output devices and a large local memory where it accesses most of the instructions and data. So processor, its local memory and the IO interface are referred as computer models. Here, processors which execute on different computer model communicate through a message transfer system. As I said, it is communicated through a MTS network, that is message transfer network. So MTS is one of the important factor that determines the performance of the multiprocessor system. So the degree of coupling is such a system is very loose. Hence it is referred to as a distributed system. And the determinant factor of the degree of coupling is the communication topology of the associative message transfer system. So LCS are efficient when the interaction between tasks are minimal. TCS can tolerate a higher degree of interaction between tasks without significant deterioration in performance. For example, computer module of a non-hierarchical loosely coupled multiprocessor systems. So in this PPT, the diagram shows an example of loosely coupled multiprocessor system. Here you can see that there is a processor, there is input-output device, and there is a channel and arbitrary switches which is connected through a local bus. Here the local memory is associated in between the processor and an I/O devices. So in this concept, it is distributed to the system, and we will be calling it as a loosely coupled. So it consists of processor, local memory, local I/O device, and an interface to other computer modules. The interface may can be contain a channel and an arbitrary switch. Connection between computer are through a message transfer system (MTS). This is another example where there is a computer module 1 and there is another module like N module, and here the two modules, the computer modules, are connected through a MTS network. MTS, that is message transfer system network. We have seen that what is MTS system. So if requests from two or more computer module collide in accessing a physical segment of the MTS, the arbitrary is responsible for choosing one of the simultaneous requests according to a given service discipline. So it is also responsible for delaying other requests until the servicing of the selected request is completed. The channel within the CAS have a high speed communication memory and used for buffering block transfer of messages. So the MTS for a non-hierarchical LCS could be simple time shared bus. For LCS that uses a single time shared bus, performance is limited by the message arrival rate on the bus and the message length and the bus capacity. So for LCS with a shared memory MTS, the limiting factor is the memory conflict problem imposed by the processor memory interaction networking. So the communication memory may be centralized and connected to a time shared bus, or it can be a part of shared memory system. So as we know, a processor task communicate with each other, and that processor allotted to some other processor. So with the task allocated to that other processor, associated with each task is an important port, input output port stored in the local memory for a processor to which the task is allocated, and every message issued to the task is directly the IP port of the destination task. So let us take an example like a processor allocated to a processor P1 put a message into a IP port of another task in P1 illustrated by the arrow marked with A. So the B arrow shows a two-step action in transferring messages between processor. Arrow B1 sends a message to IP port of the process 2 and arrow B2 moves the message of IP port to a destination. So mainly the processor will be having the task allocated to each other, and in the loosely coupled it will be connected to a message transfer system, and in a tightly coupled is mostly it is a type of multiprocessor system in which there is a shared memory, and in tightly coupled multiprocessor system data rate is higher rather than the loosely coupled multiprocessor system. So in tightly coupled multiprocessor system, modules are connected through PMIN, IOPIN and SIN networks. Next we will be seeing clustering memory architecture. So now let us see what and how it is used. So mostly cluster of computer model, this is an example. You see the picture here, it has been shown that there is a intercluster bus, there is a map bus, there is a K-map, there is a memory, there is a I/O devices. So this is how the cluster of the computer modules are. In the one case there is a computer module, then there are another n computer modules, and that are connected with the intercluster bus and a map bus. So these two modules are connected to the intercluster bus and another module is directly connected to a map bus. So the map bus is a local bus which will be connected to K-map, and the K-map is a processor that is responsible for mapping addresses and routing data between locals. So a cluster is regarded as the lowest level made up of computer modules K-map and map bus. As we see in this picture, the cluster is made up of K-map, map bus and local modules. So cluster communicate via intercluster buses which are connected between K-map. So here in this diagram you can see this, there is an intercluster bus which is connected through a modules between a K-map. Next we will be seeing what is tightly coupled multiprocessor. So as I said, it is a type of multiprocessing system in which there is a shared memory. remember in this tightly coupled multiprocessor there is a shared memory. So in tightly coupled multiprocessor system, data rate is higher rather than the loosely coupled multiprocessor system. And in tightly coupled multiprocessor system, modules are connected through SIN network. So the configuration is like it consists of P processors and one memory module and D IO channels. So these units are connected through a set of three interconnected network, namely PMIN, that is PM interconnection network, IOPIN, that is IOP output interconnection network, and ISIN, that is interrupt signal interconnection. So these are the three modules through which the multiprocessor system modules are connected with. That is, in tightly coupled multiprocessor system, modules are connected through PMIN, IOPIN and ISIN network. So now let us see what is PMIN. The PMIN, as I said, it stands for PM interconnection network. So the PMIN is a switch which can connect every processor to every memory module. This switch is a P by I crossbar which has PL set of cross point. So a set of cross point for a particular processor memory pair includes n plus k cross points, where n is the width of the address within the module and k is the width of the data path. So hence the crossbar switch for a P by I multiprocessor system has a complexity O P slash n plus k. So this is the complexity, and for large P and I, the crossbar dominates the cost of multiprocessor systems. So the crossbar switch distributed across the memory module, it results into a multi-ported memory. So to avoid that conflict, there is a no MI module I as large of P. So another module to be reduced degree of conflicts, and we can use a store of kernel also. So next we will see like what is IO asymmetricity. So asymmetricity of the processor can be extended to the IO devices with respect to the connectivity of these devices of the processor. So till like we have seen that what is loosely coupled and what is tightly coupled architecture multiprocessor system. We seen that it loosely coupled multiprocessor system, it is a type of multiprocessor system in which there is a distributed memory instead of shared memory, and in the tightly coupled multiprocessor system there is a shared memory instead of distributed memory. Remember that in loosely coupled there is a distributed memory, and whereas in tightly coupled there is a shared memory. So now let us see few things coupled commercially systems, like configuration consists of two subsystems, the central processing subsystem and peripheral processing subsystem. So the subsystem have access to a common central memory through a central memory controller. So an optional secondary memory called extended core memory, a low speed random access read write memory. So this is the another architecture of Honeywell 6066. So here in this architecture you may see that there is a central processor, there is a IO multiplexer, there is a memory, and there is a ith system controller. So this architecture shows how the systems are connected to each other and the peripheral devices are attached. So every central processor and every IO multiplexer is connected to every other controller in SC. We see in this diagram that every memory and every IO is connected to through a SC. So this provides adequate redundancy in path of high availability in the event of failure of SC. The system controller acts as a memory controller for its associated pair of memory modules. So yes, in this session we have learned about what is a multiprocessor system, what is multi-computer system. We had seen what is loosely coupled system and what is tightly coupled system. So before ending to the session, I just want to tell the difference between loosely coupled and tightly coupled. That is, there is a distributed memory in loosely coupled, as I told you, and in tightly coupled there is a shared memory. So loosely coupled system multiprocessor system has low data rate, whereas the tightly coupled system has high data rate. The cost of loosely coupled multiprocessor system is less, whereas the cost of tightly coupled multiprocessor system is costly. In loosely coupled multiprocessor system, modules are connected through Message Transfer System Network (MTS), whereas in tightly coupled system, modules are connected through PMIN, IOPIN, and ISIN network, as we have seen that. So in loosely coupled multiprocessor, memory conflict don't take place, whereas tightly coupled there are memory conflicts. Loosely coupled multiprocessor system has low degree of interaction between tasks, whereas in tightly coupled multiprocessor system has high degree of interaction between tasks. In loosely coupled multiprocessor, there is a direct connection between processor and I/O devices, while in tightly coupled multiprocessor, IOPN helps connection between processors and I/O devices. So applications of loosely coupled multiprocessor systems are in distributed computing system, whereas applications of tightly coupled multiprocessors are in parallel processing system. So remember the one thing, that loosely coupled architectures are used in distributed system, whereas tightly coupled are used in shared memory. So this is the major difference between loosely coupled architecture and tightly coupled architecture. In this session, we have connected much about the concepts of loosely coupled architecture and tightly coupled architecture. We have seen what is shared memory, what is PMIN, what is IOSIN, what is IOPIN. These are the concepts we have already seen in this session. I hope you have been clear with what are the multi-computer system, what is the multiprocessor system, and difference between loosely coupled architecture and tightly coupled architecture. Thank you.